Your Holiness Basilius Mathoma Matthews III, Your Grace Dr. Yohanan Mar Demetrius, Metropolitan of the Diocese of Delhi, Dr. Tessie Thomas, our awardee for today, also titled the Missile Woman of India. Honorable members of Parliament, guests, members of the media, friends. Your Holiness started by being grateful to me for having agreed to be chief guest at today's function. This is no matter of gratitude to me. I'm in fact honored to have been so designated at a gathering of this nature to honor a person of the standing of Dr. Tessie Thomas. Why do I say that? I say that after, as has been mentioned, a whole career in the civil services, where I have indeed held high positions in the government of India, in the government of J&K, which cadre I was in. But I think that in the services or in life, one cannot be assessed on the basis of posts held. These are temporary things. These are instruments for actually serving a much higher cause. A person is to be honored for what he or she has done for this country, done for our people, done for humanity. And in that context, I would place my gratitude before you for having asked me to come to this function recognizing the contribution of Dr. Tessie Thomas to all three of these criteria: our people, our country, and our world. Dr. Pavlos Margregorius, after whom the award is named and in whose honor it is awarded, and this is the 8th award, has been mentioned, was, and a great description of him has already been given earlier, but a man who was a thinker and a philanthropist. In other words, his intellect was put to how humanity could be served best. And in this context, I will quote from what he said: "It is our faith in the divine that permits us to freely embrace the whole of humanity in a warm embrace of love and respect for their dignity and freedom." Now I put it to you, what more concise description could there be of the concept of service through faith? It is often argued by people who may harbor different political views that religion and democracy are contradictory. In my view, this cannot be said if you take a view of faith in line with the teachings of Dr. Margregorius. In this line, Faith is put to the service of the people. And what is democracy? The service of the people. And in this context, how do I describe Dr. Tessie Thomas, who, as I said, has been described as the missile woman of India? We were discussing this earlier. I don't know if that designation is the appropriate one, because this missile, the Agni 5, intercontinental ballistic missile, puts us at the top level of the armed forces of the world. Something to be feared. But this weapon is not a weapon of mass destruction. It is a weapon of defense. And that, in my view, is the key. As I was discussing with Dr. Tessie Thomas before this, I also had the honor of serving on the staff of another very strong woman who has left her mark on our history and on the history of the world. And you will all know her, of course. It was Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Now, I knew her well. I knew her since I was a child, and I worked very closely with her. The name is awe-inspiring. There were many who feared her. There was one political leader who called her the only man in the cabinet. You will have heard of this phrase, to which she, of course, objected. But she was, in fact, an extremely gentle and quiet woman who would, when speaking to me, I was her subordinate, a junior officer, made me feel as though she was an aunt. In fact, when she interviewed me for the position that I held after that as director in the Prime Minister's office, I thought she'd looked upon me as someone, a child or something, not really worthy of that senior position, because that was her attitude. And that, since it has been mentioned, the glass ceiling has been mentioned. A woman is a natural leader because a woman is a mother. A woman is a creator, cannot be a destroyer. Therefore, I would call upon you to look upon the achievement of Dr. Tessie Thomas not simply as a great scientific achievement, a great breakthrough in our military standing, but as the arms of a woman extended to us as her children for our protection. And that is why I feel that particularly this award is most appropriately awarded in this case to Dr. Tessie Thomas. This certainly raises the status of the award itself, because it implies a recognition of the role of a woman in society. Just one of the narratives that is addressed by the fact that Dr. Tessie Thomas has been so honored. As Dr. Gregorius himself said, save others and not seek one's own interest. Live for the good of others and pursue not perishable gold or worldly glory. A lot has been mentioned about the high positions which Dr. Tessie Thomas has held. Those, of course, I respect, but I would not give that the priority. The priority I would give, especially after my own conversation with her attitude towards her work, her attitude towards her people, which are also our people, her attitude to humanity. And this is where I believe that the award is so well deserved. She herself has often said, gender does not matter. You work as a scientist, not as a woman. And so she has put her abilities in science to effect for the benefit of the people of the world, not in any way to raise the levels of violence, but to control those levels of violence. And this I say from my own experience of, as I mentioned, Mrs. Gandhi and her son, with whom I also worked, who repeatedly said that unless, and you know the argument that we gave out when we were deeply criticized, when we had our nuclear tests in the time of Prime Minister Vajpayee. At that time, we made clear that we had not gone for a nuclear weapon all this time, although we had the technology since the time of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. We had not gone for it. Why had we not gone for it? To give the world an opportunity to disarm. The world had not disarmed. I'm also on the jury of another award ceremony, and that is the Indira Gandhi Award for International Peace and Nuclear Disarmament. And we all know that it was in Mrs. Gandhi's time that we acquired the technology for nuclear strength, although she didn't use it. But unless you have that ability, you will become the victim of self-seeking powers across the world, of which there are too many, and we know all of them well. But to keep in peace, to keep our own harmony together, to have our own people working together as one family, as was the vision of Dr. Gregorius, it is necessary that we be strong, not from the point of view of destroying, but from the point of view of a mother protecting her children. As I close, I'm reminded of a quotation emblazoned above the stage in my old college, St. Stephen's in Delhi. Many of you have also probably attended that college. I am the light of this world. Let me close with that sentence. I am the light of this world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Thank you.